This one is custom. Of course it is. With all of the things. He always makes fun of me for saying all of the things. Let me stand back for a minute and see which one I like. It's a really good big size frame. I've never even seen anything like this. Since we didn't get to decorate for Christmas last year at the cottage, you best believe we're decorating this year. Good morning, guys. After like 5 long days of working on the bathroom makeover, we needed a little break. I feel like 4 days is our tap out. Like 4 days straight of working, like manual labor, wood cutting, and you know, painting. That's about all your body can do. So when we rest, we estate sale shop. And there's an estate sale this morning that in the title said Vintage Christmas. Well, you know, no matter if it's April, if it says Vintage Christmas, I'm there. And probably when I called and put our name, this is one of the ones you have to put your name on the list. And when I called, he was like, oh, what are you looking for? He's like, I'll tell you where to go. And I was like, oh, I'm looking for Vintage Christmas. He was like, oh, and he had to think about it. And he was like, everyone's going to be going for the records or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, no one shopped for Vintage Christmas like me. So we are almost there. Our name is on the list. He said we would be in the first group to get in. Don't you love to estate sale shop?
Yeah, it's fun.
He loves looking for
So we're not
clothes.
really resting, huh?
This is rest.
Yeah.
This isn't resting to you?
No.
But since we are in San Antonio, so it's, you know, about a 50 minute drive. So since we're in town, I was trying to make the most of our trip. So I brought a pack of I made like a collection of all of our trim, our baseboards, our door trim, because I know I don't have enough. We're here. Oh, we're here. Oh, I see signs. I'll tell you about the trim later, but we'll make the most of our trip into San Antonio. So I have a few errands that I'd like to run for the house. So yes, this is resting, but this is like not manual labor day. This is just like fun day. Oh, okay. Oh, it's 2 stories. Okay, let's see what we can find here first. Okay, so I got some stuff. Romeo got some stuff too. I found a few Christmas things. I was very selective about the ones that were vintage, but some of them were broken. You know, they've just been through things. There were the really pretty glass bells, like stacked glass bells. I'll show you guys. And I would love to have, wouldn't it be pretty to have the Christmas tree in the pop-up shop?
It'd be pretty with all of the things.
With all of the things. He always makes fun of me for saying all of the things.
Cute.
It just makes so much sense to me when I say, you know, like when there's lots of things, when we have to do lots of things, it's just all the things.
I love it. You're so cute.
Thanks, Thanks, babe. So we have got to get coffee before I die. And I'll of course do a haul of all the stuff that we got. Since we're over here already, we're gonna see if there's any more estate sales. And we signed ourselves up for the next one too in New Braunfels. So
We don't even know.
we don't even know what it is, but we put our name down just in
Definitely be the
case.
first
We'll
group.
we'll be the first group to get in.
And then for you,
Venti hot
venti hot
white chocolate mocha
white chocolate mocha
with oat milk.
with oat milk, please. No whip.
No whip.
No whip.
Got ya. Anything else?
That's all.
Fantastic. It's gonna be $14.51.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
She's so happy.
Yeah, she makes me want to be.
I know. That's so exciting. I love when they're happy. Okay, so we found another estate sale that I've actually found two that are like, okay, the pictures aren't like, wow, but you can't tell from the pictures. Oh, there's a lot of cars.
Yeah, I should probably park, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, look
I
all the
like
friends
looking
I
at, oh, that's sad. I like looking at what people get.
got. Yeah.
Like, you know, like they're worth a lot of frames. Gosh, it's almost worth it for the frame.
That's pretty.
I know. But it's not wood. Like poured. Literally like the jungle.
Huh?
It's like the jungle in here. There's a treehouse. She literally wanted to live in the jungle. It even feels like a rainforest today because it's kind of rainy. Look at the little bridge.
I know.
I know, it's so cute. I love this. Love.
The trio.
The Arc de Triomphe. Okay, so that lady officially wanted to feel like she lived in the jungle, and it was a success. There, it didn't feel like a jungle from the rainforest. Yeah, and it's also drizzling and raining outside, so it definitely, there was like a tree house outside. It was a whole thing. She had a lot of good frames, but obviously they were priced like art. They were well priced art, but there was just so much of it that I'm just don't need. I did get one big one that I'm hoping. I've been on the lookout for something that I could make into a mirror for the primary bathroom. That might be really pretty. It has a kind of like, I think that one's the one with the toucans in it. Yeah. And that's not particularly my style. I'm gonna turn it into a mirror. I got another small little one, and then the Arc de Triomphe piece of art that we could frame. So our first mission, our first to-do list item today is to go by Floor & Decor, because when I was there getting the tile for various places, I got the marble there for the shower, the floor for the shower, penny tile. I got the penny tile from there. When I was there, they had a lot of grout options. Grout that we tested for the penny tile, the brown from Home Depot, was the only brown that I thought might work. They only had two options. It was too of a gray brown. It was too ashy. I feel like I need a brown with a little more red in it to match the Tudor brown. So I'm gonna see what they have at Floor & Decor, and he is mocking me, and it is really hard to talk.
What?
Anyways. Stop
No,
mocking
no,
me!
no, no,
You're
no,
literally mocking me.
No,
Watch, I'm gonna point it this way, and then they're gonna see what you're doing to me.
I'm not doing anything.
Or it'll make you stop. Okay, so we're going to look at grout colors.
I'm scratching my chin.
Going to look at grout colors to see. I saw one online on their website that was, it's called Espresso, that looked a little more, yeah, I'm watching you. Saw a color named Espresso online on their website, but it's only so much you can tell from online. So let's go look at them. Realizing now that I should have brought the paint sample, and I did not. So we'll wing it. Okay, so we pulled out the colors. Espresso, way too gray undertones. This is chestnut brown and chocolate truffle. I'm thinking this one. What do you think? These look really similar, but I feel like this one's a tad darker.
Yeah, from my angle looks
Just
a little bit darker.
Just a tad darker, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna try chestnut brown and see what that looks like. Okay, so our next stop. I have all of our moldings. Our trim, our little baseboard things, our corners. This is all we salvaged, and Romeo and I went through the whole house yesterday and measured exactly what we were gonna need in terms of crown molding, baseboards, how many of these I actually had, how many of them we needed, because when they built onto our house, they didn't use the same trim. They just used wood, like flat wood. Well, I want it all original to the house, so it's gonna be an investment to have all of that trim, but you guys saw in the bathroom, it's beautiful. Like with the original trim in the original 1910 house before they added on, it's just like, it's stunning. Even the baseboards are like thick and beautiful. So I found this place online and they had like a huge selection. So I'm hoping that we can match them and I can get everything that we need, and then we can select a crown molding that we're gonna that can complement these. So let's go see, let's talk to them and see what we can find. Oh, okay, lots of information. He was just kind of printing me pictures of profiles. You know, they can do, you can do just about anything. Two of them include, this is called a plinth, P-L-I-N-T-H, new word we're learning today, a plinth. This goes at the bottom of the doors and the windows. This one is custom, of course it is. The only one that wasn't custom is our baseboards. We found like almost an identical, like a very comparable dupe of this one. It's like so close, I'd be stupid to pay more to have this exactly matched. So that's good. We don't have to pay the extra $3 or more actually, or maybe not, maybe around $300 to have a knife made for it, which is good. And then I got some samples of some potential crown molding pieces that we can look at in the bathroom to really get a good idea of like, okay, what are we really looking at? This one is beautiful. It would go up on at a 90-degree angle like that, or 45-degree angle in the corner on the ceilings, and it's beautiful, but it's not prefabricated. But this one they have stocked, which you could have it like today, which is credible, but this is like 7 to 10 business days, so it's not crazy. This is gonna be cheaper. It's MDF, but he's gonna give me the pricing for it ran in wood, but then we would have to have it made. This is stocked. This is $3.37 a foot. That's a lot of information. I need to digest it all. But I'm glad we talked. The only thing I didn't have success on is the rosette, which is this one. I didn't like the rosette that they could get. He would have to source it, and I was like, well, let me research it a little bit and see what I can find. I have a few sources online that I like to look for like vintage trim pieces like this. So I'm gonna take a look and see what I can find, because I like how dainty my button is, and his was fatter. So I need to do some research on this one. But overall, a success. Initial conversations on all of our trim. Okay. Welcome back to the house. Welcome to my very pretty guest bathroom. Well, what it is so far. I'm gonna put you guys right here. We're gonna look at some crown molding. So I have 2 samples that I liked. This is just like preliminary, but I feel like we could pick it from these 2 samples. I might have 3. So something that I noticed that was like a common design in our existing trim is multiple little ripples, hump ripples. For instance, you see there's multiple ripples here in the profile, like there. This is the baseboards that we don't have in here yet, but I will be putting in here. Our plinth, that's a really hard word to say, plinth. Then see, multiple ripples. So I was asking him, I was like, well, I want something that looks like it's in kind of the same collection, because obviously this was like a designed kind of look. And then this on the plinth has this little slope here, like a hump and a slope. So I was like, maybe we could incorporate those characteristics into something. He was kind of pulling out some ones. This one has like a larger concave here, and then it has just like a few ripples on each side, and then it mirrors. So that's one. This was the longest. This one was just a sample he had out there that I just pulled. It was the most simple in profile. Then this one was the one I liked when he printed out the paper. It had the most going on here with a slope and a hump and some other textures. I could actually nail these up there already, just with one nail, just to kind of hold it in place, and then we could take a look at them. I feel like that's the best, and we can get Romeo's opinion too. So let me do that. Especially it works in here because we already have the trim up, so we can get the full effect. Okay. Let me stand back for a minute and see which one I like. A little deceiving too because this room is sloped. So they're kind of like on a slope. So this is just a random sample. These two are really the ones that I was choosing between. And honestly, I think that this one is a little too large. I think that this is the right size. The one on the end, number one, is a 5-inch. The one on the end over here is a 6-inch, and the one in the center is 7. I think 7 inches is too large. I think that that one is the right one. And I like the detail on it a lot. I feel like it's it. I feel like it just fits. Can you guys see that? These are the 3 samples that I got. Kind of like going with the collection that matches this stuff.
Probably the middle one.
You like the middle one?
Yeah, it looks kind of similar to this. You don't want it to?
I do. Look at the end one on that side. This, I know it's too small, and
yeah.
You can't see a lot of the. That's all.
Actually, that's pretty nice. I see the.
You see how it's a little smaller?
Yeah.
Thinner. I thought the middle one was too big. It looks really big.
I see. Yeah, you're right. The one on the right's cool.
Did I just talk you into it, or?
Yeah. By looking at it, yeah, it's really small. So
it's hard to see. I feel like it has more detail.
The smaller one?
Yeah.
Yeah, on top.
Yeah.
The one on the left is too plain.
Yeah, this one's out.
Yeah.
That was just one he had like laying there that I just picked up. Comment down below what you guys think. I know it's hard to tell, especially with the small one, but I think I'm leaning that way. I think I like the 6-inch the best. I think a 5-inch would work too, but what I'm thinking is when it's in the living room, since this room is the shortest room in the whole house. So this one is like it's sloped. So it starts at 10.5 and it kind of slopes to about 9.5 in here. The rest of the house is all 12 foot. So I'm worried like when it's up that high, a smaller crown molding is too small. And I want it to have some weight that all of this. So all of this is a 5-inch trim. Okay, we're gonna do a haul of things I found. Here is one of them, the toucans. They're toucans, right? Like the Fruit Loop? Mm-hmm. But I think it's beautiful. Look at how it's like concaved in here. I think it's all, the molding is so pretty. The frame is totally worth $125 and it's wood. We're gonna hold it up in the primary bathroom and see if it can be a mirror. In between the two lights. Could work. I feel like it could also, the mirror could be larger there. I feel like it's a little too small. Here, it's over the bed.
Pretty.
Pretty, right? With a landscape or a pretty put over here.
Yeah, it looks good there too.
Like it's a really good big size frame. All right, so that's one of the things we got. I got this from that same place. She had a Arc de Triomphe print. It was really pretty. It's just a print. It's not a painting or anything, but I thought it was so amazing. So pretty. $10. And I got this from that place too. This frame was really pretty. It had a little bird in it. It was $24, but look how striking and beautiful the frame is. I'm not a big fan of birds like this. I do love birds, but not this bird. But I thought that frame was really, really pretty. This one was just like epic. And I don't even like, I've never even seen anything like this before. Look at this. It's bells and they're stacked together. Maybe we could like DIY something like this because this is beautiful. I love this. Most of the ornaments were between like, they were $1, $2, $3 in between there. The little rocking horse. I loved him and he's like painted. How beautiful, $2. I got this one. This one was $6. It's a candle. No, it was a candle. Wow, this candle has been around for a while. How pretty, that's wax. It was $6. But I thought it was so pretty for like a bookshelf to decorate with. So pretty. Since we didn't get to decorate for Christmas last year at the cottage, you best believe we're decorating this year in a big way. It was gonna be big last year. It's gonna be bigger this year. I want Santa and his reindeer landing on my roof kind of thing. Look at this. I thought this was so pretty. This had a bird on it. Look how gorgeous that is. Look at all the detail. $3. This one was so unique. It just looked very vintage. A little more 70s vintage, but it was $2. Look how cool that is. It's like that kind of like 70s green. And there's this one, $3. It's glass and it's painted and it's got roses on it. I got this little bear with his trumpet. He was $1. And here was the other bell. This. How gorgeous. We'll have to do like a bell DIY like this because this is so pretty. This one was $1. So the other one might have been $1 too. Like imagine that in a swag garland, like a cypress garland with all just glass clear bells hanging from it that are stacked like this. I see that. We have to do that this year. That was all of the Christmas stuff that I got. I found this little bird egg. I think it might open, but I don't know. It feels like decoupage a little bit, but like just like paper. And it had flowers and a bird and a butterfly on it. I thought it was precious. I think this one was $2. These butterfly little containers for the pop-up shop. They open. They were $4. Sweet! $4. Detailing on them. That they're so pretty. So they're all different shapes. This one's like a little bit like a fan shape, a heart, a little diamond with round edges, and how many sides is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6-sided. What's a 6-side? Comment if you know. I also got these birds. I thought they were beautiful. She actually had several sets, but most of the other ones were gold. But I loved all the texture on them, and I liked that they were white, so it just kind of let the texture shine. They were $6 for the set. I'm into birds right now. I found that bird duvet cover at the flea market in Long Beach in California for our LA home, and I ever since then, birds have been like catching my attention, but not toucans. Like these kind of birds. These kinds of birds. I saw a lot of bird print when we were in Italy. I got a set of 2 pillows. I thought these were beautiful for spring. Look how pretty that is. Like I imagine these on our screened-in porch when we eventually do that out here on the patio in the back. They're embroidered. And they're a little bit different. Both of them are a little bit different. And then these 2 are ones that my mom wanted. These I felt like would be pretty. They had like more blue in them. I felt like she'll like those a lot. This I thought was pretty. Birds, again, $12. It was like a wood inlay bird. You see that detail? And it opens and it has the key. How pretty was that? I thought this frame was pretty. It's like a frame, like you can sit it, but we could repurpose it as not a frame like that, but one that you actually, I don't decorate a lot with frames like this. I just don't. I don't put frames sitting places. It was $3 and I really like the corner detail. So I thought it was really simple. It'd be pretty in the pop-up shop with a piece of art printed. Finally, I got some linens. I am a sucker for linens. A pretty detail, embroidered detail. I got this one. It had like, for the pop-up shop, I thought it would be pretty. Look how pretty. This birds. Birds! I love birds. How beautiful. This set. Look at this tablecloth. And they were the napkins. Oh no, these are the placemats. Oh my God, these are so pretty. Look how pretty. And I looked oh! Wait, okay. I didn't know what I was grabbing. Okay, I got 2 napkins, a placemat, and a tablecloth. Just clean it up. Gosh, that's pretty. And last but not least, she had the coolest music room, and it was just a total vibe. And the wallpaper and the curtains were all the same. And so she had a lot of like textiles and fabrics that matched the walls. It was such a cool thing. So it was like kind of like a pattern explosion, which was really cool. So this tablecloth is round. And I'm gonna bring it to my mom. Maybe she would wanna use it for, oh, look. See what I mean? I love how it matches. Maybe she'll wanna use all of it. Oh, I really like the tablecloth. Love. So she had a lot of that in her house, which was really cool. That's all I got. That's cool. So we'll, tomorrow, we are gonna continue to work on the guest bathroom makeover and starting back tomorrow. And then also we're working in the kitchen again because I wanna get some more cabinets made so that we can have our countertop guy, our fabricator, come out and measure all so he can get started. So we're gonna be working on those kind of simultaneously. Then we can move in, and then we're getting electrical this Saturday, which is in 2 days. They are hooking it up. We've been waiting on a panel for like behind the breaker box. We've been waiting on it forever, and we finally had to get another one, and that was in stock, so they're having to change some stuff out, and then the other one we're gonna be using for the guest cottage. We're gonna go eat and go to the grocery store, yeah? You know how I love that. Hate going to the grocery store.
I love grabbing the item from the shelf and putting it in the cart.
That part you love? I feel like out of all of my tasks in life, grocery shopping is like the bane of my existence. I don't know why. I feel like it's a time sucker. Like you can spend an hour in there and I'm like, oh, I've been in the grocery store for an hour.